Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a distribution that took about a 6-year hiatus. Kind of just fell off, disappeared, and all of a sudden it's been revived recently by the people that ran it before. It used to be based off of Puppy Linux, but it is now based off of AntiX, which is a systemd free operating system based on Debian Bullseye. It is called LXqt. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at their web page, okay? I think it's important we take a look at that because I want you to see some stuff that's going on here. So this is LXqtOS's web page. As you can see, it's still got Puppy Linux in it, or LXqtOS. But right here, after a 6-year hiatus, it is now back, and it was based on AntiX and Debian Bullseye 64-bit. It has the ROX file manager and PC Man FM. It also uses the ICE window manager and the themes available. It also has a bunch of standard, like VLC, MPV, Strawberry, Peak, FreeTux TV, which is interesting because it is a IPTV player. It does have OnlyOffice installed. It does not have LibreOffice, GIMP, Inkscape, Firefox, a lot of the other usual ones, plus a couple of other ones. What I wanted to show you is that you can make an old Pentium 3 or 4 PC laptop useful again. So this is by nature, because it's Puppy Linux or based on Puppy Linux, that's what the design was, is they were wanting to make a Linux distribution that would actually support older hardware and run seamlessly. And that's what Puppy Linux does fantastically. You can use it on modern hardware, and you will experience some speeds like none other. So Puppy Linux, I definitely recommend. And so far what I've seen of this one, I would recommend this one as well. You can download the ISO right here. You have to go to their SoundForge projects at LXqtOS Linux, right? I'll put the link in the description. And what I thought was interesting is this section right here where it says some YouTubers reviews just don't get it. And they're kind of slamming people who are out here making reviews of Puppy Linux without really knowing what the OS is about and the purpose for which they created it. And I get what they're saying here because a lot of people do the drive-by, reviews, and they don't really look under the hood. But the reality of it is they're right. You have to use it for a while to know what it is. What I'm doing is a first look. I'm introducing it to people who've never heard of it before. And that's kind of what I want this to be about. I want this to be about people not knowing what Puppy Linux is, LXqtOS Linux is, and just to see how a simple ICE window manager, which is kind of like OpenBox, but you can actually use it as a tiling window manager as well, which is kind of cool. It's kind of got a XFCE feel, but not. It's very modernized with the new colors and stuff. As you can see, this background paper is very nice. It's got just all kinds of cool stuff. It's very feature packed. It really is, and we're going to take a look at that in a second. But I mean, this is really what you're greeted with when you log in. The installer is pretty straightforward and easy. It's a legacy type installer. Because this is its own independent distribution. It's pretty cool. It walks you through step by step on how to install it. Just like any regular Calamaris or Ubiquity installer. It's just clean, simple, not complicated, no flash or thrills or anything like that. And so basically it's straightforward to use. Any new to Linux user can definitely use this system very easily and install it. Now, you're greeted with this big ass conky right here, which is kind of nice. I like that it's big. I'm an older guy. Sometimes people make them so small that they're hard to see. This is nice. basically got all your pertinent information, the time, the date, and your hard drive amount of space that you have and use, and your RAM and your CPU usage. Really, that's all you need. You know what I mean? Now, you have a panel at the bottom. And in the panel, you have your standard panel, which has got your applications over here, your favorite applications. Then you got your show your desktop. Then right here, you got your software installer, which if we open it up and give it the root password, let's go ahead and take a look at it. You've got, basically, it's the Synaptic Package Manager, which here you can install all of these things like Spotify, Pulse Audio, Dead Beef, which is a TUI audio player, Audacity, Audacious. I mean, you just got tons. You can even install different desktop environments if you want. You can install Gnome, Cinnamon, Budgie, whatever you want. XFCE 4, all of it. It's all there. I mean, it's got the full, at your fingertips, software package installer, just like Synaptic that would have from the Debian base. Then you have your removable device. Then here is Rock's file manager, which is kind of cool. I like it. It's very minimalistic. It's one that you would be more accustomed to if you were a tiling window manager kind of guy, because as you can see, you basically have hidden, tabs at the top, and that is like pretty cool. Like you can size it and resize it. You can scan for new folders and drives if you do. Like when I uncheck hidden, you can do that. But what's really cool is you could also hit Control H, key bindings. Key bindings work nicely. You can hit detail view, which is really, really nice because it gives you the name, what type of file you're looking at, like a directory, and it also gives you the permissions and the ownership. So really, if you open up command line and you say you want to change desktop folder to root, by owning it, and boom, it'll show you right there and there what the permissions are, which is pretty doggone cool. I like it. And of course, you got the simple navigation, like you can click on it, right? And what I like is it automatically, it saves real estate. That's why it does that. It's wanting to use a tiling window manager format where it tries to minimize the window as much as it can to save real estate, which is cool. That is not a bad thing at all. I really enjoy that. And of course, to move it around and to resize the window, it's the Alt button and then one, two, oh, sorry. One, it's Control Alt, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't use Ice Window Manager so much to make it full screen. It's like 9 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to 9. And if you hit 0, it makes it go away. It closes the window out. But so that's what's cool about Ice Window Manager. Ice Window Manager, by its very nature, is a floating window manager, but has key bindings built into it that actually enable you to get the feel and the use of it as a tiling window manager. So it's kind of to me, it's a great introductory window manager for those who are trying to get familiarized or get the workflow of a tiling window manager. Now, your web browser is going to be your Firefox ESR, and I'm not sure the version, but we can take a look at it. We go to About, and it's 1.02.6, so it's an older version of it, but it's very nice. Extended support release, so that's why it's the ESR. So I mean, and they've got it customized to their stuff. So here's a Synaptic Package Manager. Rock's terminal is the terminal that they have, and they also have, I believe, Xterm as well. And it's version 2.95, which is GTK 2.1. So, and that's the other thing. It uses older GTK, and the Office suite that's installed is your only Office, which is right here. This is what it opens up to. I've not used only Office before. I usually use LibreOffice, but an Office suite is an Office suite. To a guy who doesn't use them a lot, it's not important. Now, if you have a preference of other Office suites, as mentioned here, if you open up this software installer here, you can go to, where would it be? See, I don't use Office right here. And you've got AbiWord, Calibre, you have Office Libre, you got LibreOffice in there, and that's about it. So that's all you have is the SoftMaker Free Office 21, and you got LibreOffice, and of course the one that's installed, which is the OnlyOffice. And of course, you can actually build it as with any other Linux by compiling it yourself from source. So if you want something different. So let's go ahead and look over here on the right hand side of the panel. You have your master volume, your volume icon, and then you got your current load resources right here, which is telling you what you are, like your memory and your CPU. And I believe this is your internet. Yep, your internet. And of course, you got your date and time. You click on it, and it pulls up your calendar. You hit OK. If we click on the internet thing, it gives you your connections, your system tray. So you can actually set preferences and stuff on it that you can see at a click. So it's pretty cool. So over here under Office, under the applications, you have your terminal, your file, your Rocks file manager, your in regular PCman FM right here. Just looks like normal PCman FM. I like the theming that they've done. It's got dark theming right out the box, along with the highlighted icon folders, which that can be found to change under settings right here under themes. Right now it's got the legacy smooth green. You can do the breeze dark. You can do all these other themes right here. So it's kind of cool. For the web browser we've already looked at, the editor, now they have tons of editors in here. They've got Nano, they've got Genie, they've got all kinds different editors. So you have for applications under AntiX, you have the Android device USB Connect. So I believe that'll let you connect your Android phone via the tether to your computer, and you can actually download. It'll connect it, and it'll allow you to use the camera on it as a webcam, along with some software. Backlight brightness, of course, you got the command line app package manager. You can change your Wi-Fi program. Chroot rescue scan, that's cool. Command line control center. You can do your ISO snapshot, which is basically time shift. It's like a time shift. Ice window manager tool, the toolbar icon manager, so you can customize that. Kernel updater. You can definitely work on customizing your login manager, personal menu editor, AntiX updater, so it can help you update AntiX. And then under accessories, you have Cherry Tree note taking, clocks. I believe is this Gnome discs? It is. They have Gnome disc, which to me that's a plus. I like Gnome discs. Yep, Gnome disc utility. See, that's cool. They selected a lot of the really good programs in here, like Gnome discs. They've got the Fire Jailbreak. Oh wow, they got LeafPad. I told you they've got a lot of different text editors, and they even got Vim, which is awesome. They got external note taker. Oh, and they've got Stacer system optimizer. Wow. See, this is another one of those more up and current applications out there that helps you clean up your system. It also lets you monitor what's going on with your system. You could also, I believe, adjust startup applications. You just put them in here as to what you want to, start up. Cleaner right here. It cleans caches and all that good stuff. Stacer is a fantastic program. We can go in depth on that. In fact, I might do a video on that. To me, if I had to correlate that application to a proprietary type application that would be commonly used on Windows, it would be just like CC Cleaner. So that's a good tool. It's a really good tool to have. Search Monkey, Vim, we went over all that stuff. Under games, it comes with Owl Riot, DOSBox Emulator, Mahjong. For graphics, you got your usual, GNU, GIMP in there. You've got your document scanner and viewer, which is your PDF programs to help do that. Laz Paint, you've got Mirage Image Viewer, MyPaint again for digital artists. You got your screenshot tool. You got Solve Space and MyPaint Graphic Editor, or Mount Paint. Sorry. For internet, you've got a lot underneath the hood here too, like your internet search bar. You got Firefox, Thunderbird, Transmission, the WPA GUI, your wireless GUI. You got an FTP client, which is GFTP, Gnome peer-to-peer. You've got that. I mean, they've loaded this. I mean, for what it comes with, and as lightweight as it is, I mean, it's fantastic. It's loaded with lots of useful software. And then under multimedia, now this is pretty cool. It's got a Sunder CD Ripper. You got Celluloid, which is it's a MPV client, and then you have FreeTux TV, which this is cool because this actually, I sell it, but IPTV services. Yes, you can watch free, well, not free, but they do have some free ones, which is channels. We'll have to play with it later and figure it out. I haven't really played with that, so I've just recently discovered it through this OS, so I have to check it out and see what it does, and I'll probably edit all that out. But anyhow, so under multimedia, it's got that, so you can watch IPTV, which I do sell. GNU View C, ISO Master. They got MPV Player, Peak, which I've never heard of. So yeah, now I've got rocks in there. If I opened up, see, terminal should be in there. That's crazy. Cool. Close window. Let's close that. And then let's hit Control R to stop recording. It's going to save it to videos. We're going to click save. And now here it is. Yeah, it's a simple screen recorder. So yeah, it has Peak, which is like a screen recorder, simple screen recorder, screenshot. It's got Scribus Publisher, simple image reducer, Solve Space, and MT Paint graphic editor. For multimedia, we have Celluloid, Peak as well. Play it slowly. Poor Man's Radio Player, Pulse or Pavu, Quas Mixer, SM Tube, Sound Card Chooser, Sound Converter, Sound Recorder, Strawberry, Streamlight, Stream Tune, which is kind of, I want to say that's like an internet radio. Yeah, like you can go to TuneIn and stream radio with that, which is kind of cool. They've got a lot of really cool applications on here that you just don't see mainstream a lot. Streamlight, XMMS, which is another video player. I mean, this is stuff that you haven't seen in a long time, which is kind of cool. But it's, yeah, I really enjoy this. Under the Office, of course, I got the Only Office suite. They got Calendar Dictionary and a couple of other things in there, which is kind of cool. For preferences, this is where you can come to do like your A-Render, which is going to set your screen resolution or your displays. You can add menu items. You can do Bluetooth Manager. You can configure auto mount, customize the look and feel of it, desktop preferences, menu managers. This is where you can definitely adjust menus and customize them to do or remove items from them that you need to. It's kind of like a YAD tool. Where was I at? Under preferences. And then you can do like remove menu items, Qt5 settings, your printer settings, your Synaptic package managers there, your languages there, wallpapers. This is where you can choose through wallpapers. So select a picture. What do they got going on here? So let's take a look here. Edwita. Ooh, Aura's beautiful. Ooh, so far I like the Aura. Nah, see, I don't like those. That one's kind of cool, although it kind of reminds me of a little bit of an Ubuntu feel. That's all right. Grub, no. Havard, that one's kind of cool. Moon, Papyrus, Portamac, no. Pylons, which is what they got now, which is that's what's on there now with the Conky. Symbolic. So I'm going to go to the Aura. That one seemed cool. We're going to hit open on that one. And we're going to hit apply, static, And we're going to hit scale, which is fine. And we'll leave it static. We're going to hit apply. And now we're going to close it. And there we go. And look how the Conky even changed its background to match transparency. That was kind of cool. This is pretty. Yeah, this is very beautiful. I like this. I like this a lot. So then that was under preferences. For programming, you got Genie, Minder, and Vim Tiny. For system, you basically got all your system core stuff like gparted, grsync, htop, the LX terminal. You've got the PC information. You got your package installer, the ROX file manager, ROX filer is root, ROX terminal, the repo manager, where you can add stuff. They got standard task manager. They got Lucky Backup. You can do it as super user or as regular user, ZZFM. But what I want, let's take a look at htop and see where we're looking at as far as services are concerned. This is a TUI-based system resource monitor. So I believe I make it bigger by doing that. And we are at 328 megabits of memory. And that's with me opening applications and running them. That is insane of how lightweight this actually is. That's just crazy how lightweight it is. And of my CPU cores, I think I'm using maybe 7, 8, 9, very little, 10% maybe, with different things running in the background. But I mean, I'm really blown away at this system memory here, man. This is crazy. It's only 326 megabytes out of 4 gigs. And I've given this 4 cores of my processor. So it's basically running on a quad core older hardware specs, which is what I want to see. And the utilization's bad to the bone. So this is really a wonderful operating system. There's so much more here. On the recent files, of course, it's where you recent out your desktop. You can do other desktops for desktop folders. You got your AntiX docs, your file manager, ROX panel. You can turn on or off. Conky, I can turn on or off. For app killer, that's exactly what it is. It'll kill any app that's open. Control center, take a look at it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Manjaro control center, a little, where you can choose wallpapers. You can edit the ICE window manager settings. You can edit the system monitor, the Conky, as to what it's displaying. Font size, customize look and feel, preferred applications for software. You can do any of these, which is manage packages, package installer, all that. It's a wonderful tool to manage your system. Choose startup services, alternation configuration. You can edit config files under the edit on the system under network. Of course, you got all these different things you can do with it, like select a Wi-Fi app. You can do a Wi-Fi connection. If you have a Wi-Fi adapter in there for shares, you can actually do, shares configuration for connect shares, and which I'm not sure if that's Samba protocol, but it might be Samba protocol. It may be DNLP. I'm not sure, but you have that under sessions. Of course, you can set your screen resolution for ARander. You can set your grub image, which is kind of cool. Let's see what that does. Yep, it's grub background chooser, so you can navigate to wherever, which usually is under like the file system, user, share, and then backgrounds right here. You got Graybird SGB, but it also might be under wallpapers down at the bottom. Sometimes they have wallpapers. TUV. Yep, wallpapers. I saw it. Where'd you go? Right here. Wow, they got wallpaper and wallpapers. Wow. And they've got Aura, which is the one that I've got right now. So I can set that. I can say commit. And it's adding that one right now to... Oh. Okay. There you go. It's all done. So there you go. It just did that. Set my grub to that picture. So if I boot into my grub, that's exactly what I'm going to have. You can also fix your login manager, set settings on there. I mean, they've got multiple tools for multiple different ways of customizing your settings. Refresh menu, then I got help, of course. You can get Legacy OS help, all these different manuals here. ICE Window Manager help right here. Applications, you got Firewall and Part Image, and then you got Man Pages, which are your manuals for Nano, Terminal, Torrent, all that good stuff. And then Run, this is like your Run Manager right here. Like you can actually use it as a tasker command. So like if I want to run Nano, I can say Nano, and oh no, okay. Bad choice. Let's go with ARander. And there it is. It opened up ARander, as you can see. And this is where, with ARander, what you do is you click on here, you right-click, you go to resolution, set whatever resolution you want. You can make it active and primary monitor. You can even select the orientation. And then when you're done, you hit right here, check, and it applies it. So that's a look at how to use ARander, and that's the Run Manager, how to use that for settings. Under Focus, this is explicit focus for what to do with the focused windows. Under Preferences, now this is important. And the reason why this is important is because this is where you can find a lot of your different things you can do with your ICE window manager, so to speak, okay? Like a taskbar here, you can check these things to have collapse buttons to show all windows. This is what you can add to your taskbar. Under Show, this is all different things you can do for Show Run, which is that run in there. You know, these are different things that you can do to add to your taskbar and your quick switch windows and your show. Now, under here are other things that you can, that are just like center large, confirm log out, which will give you, are you sure you want to log out kind of, you know, dialogue, that kind of stuff. And then here you've got, you know, like size maximize. You can do your snap move, use mouse wheel, vertical edge, 95 keys, all that. And then under key win, if you look, this is where you can find your key bindings. So you could use these to move around windows, open windows in, and use them kind of like a tile window manager for ICE window manager. And then these are your key bindings for system things that you want to do. So like, you know, kill, you know, system dialog, Control Alt Delete, you know, arrange is Alt Shift F5, address bar is Alt Control Space. So if I hit Alt Control Space, it'll give you an address bar. Well, it didn't give me an address bar. I don't know why, but anyhow, if I were an ICE window manager, it would do that, right? I'm in Rock's ICE window manager right now. So, I mean, it's got, you know, for workspaces, you know, that's like I showed you how you can move an open window around. String, this will give you, you know, like if you do, these are commands that you could type in and get things to do and launch from command line. So it's got a bunch of, it's got a quick go-to page for a window manager and how to find your key bindings and different things that you can do. So all in all, that is kind of a first look overview of this Legacy OS. I hope I did it some justice and did not make the people feel like I was a drive-by guy again, not spending time under the hood and knowing what it is, but I do know what it is. Duality of it is that it's a floating window manager feel and customized beautifully, but you can drive it and use it and maximize your workflow and minimally on older hardware and even newer hardware as a tiling window manager, which is really, really nice. And we all know I love tiling window managers. I'm an i3 guy. I really do. I like it, but you know, I like this ICE window manager. I like what they've packed into it, all the different features they've done. This is definitely a kudos job, and this is definitely one that I'm glad to see coming back. I hope they continue to do the work and don't take another 6-year hiatus, and I hope they had a lot more stuff into it that they want to maintain onto it. But being that it's designed to be a minimalist operating system, I'm sure it's just going to be, you know, adding newer stuff to make it more relevant and useful. But all in all, this is a really job well done here, guys. Well done. I definitely recommend this. Guys, if you use this Legacy OS or have used it in the past and you are now interested in using it as a revival version, hey, give it a try. Please comment down below what you think about it, how you're using it. Just my time that I've spent in it, the last day or two that I've been using it is pretty awesome. Great job. Don't be afraid to like, smash that subscribe button, and comment down below. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all keep doing what you do. You guys keep on Linuxing and stay blessed all day long.